Taxi Turbo here, and welcome to another episode from the Diamond Gun series. Today, as requested, we're doing a PDW 57, I think that's the full name of it. And yeah, it's completely different submachine gun to all the rest of them, at least in my opinion. And the reason for it being the clip size. The clip size is absolutely massive. Like, you get 50 rounds straight away without an extended max, and I think you have a 65 with the extended max. So it's the only submachine gun that, in my opinion, you can get away with using only one attachment, which is what I'm using actually right here. I'm only using a suppressor on it, and you don't really need anything else because it's pretty much like using a suppressor and extended max at the same time. And I'm running my favorite setup with this gun, which is Ghost and Hardline, Toughness, Scavenger, and Dexterity. Now the Toughness seems to do a lot of work in this gun. As I said before, I don't really intend to use Toughness on submachine guns. I usually prefer them on assault rifles, but on this gun it makes a difference. Like, you can definitely tell that it drops people faster when you're using a Toughness, and especially that it's kind of weak gun at the same time, so you're gonna need this one extra bullet or two extra bullets to put in the guy in order to kill him, and the Toughness definitely helps you doing that. Now, as I said before, I don't really know the actual stats for this gun, and the reason being, I don't read them, and I don't want them to affect my opinion on this gun. I just want to give you guys full review of how I feel this gun behaves, how I feel, basically all my thoughts about the gun, which setup works best with it. I feel like reading stats for it would affect my opinion on it. I would just base my opinion on the stats more than about the feel of the gun itself. Now, other than that, I have to say that I think at the moment it's my most used gun in Black Ops 2. It's not my favorite, as I said before. Lately my favorite gun is the Vector, but I this one, it's still my most used guns. I think my most used gun. I think I have like nearly 8,000 kills with it. So it's definitely one of the best submachine guns. It doesn't drop people as fast as the MSMC does, but because you have this huge clip size, it puts you in such a big advantage against the other opponents, especially if you're playing a domination, when it's pretty common thing to come across the 2, 3, or even 4 players at the same time. You're more likely to win the gunfights with them just because of the massive clip size. And in this game, I'm actually playing with 2 of my friends. So I think I end up like going 52-2, or yeah, something like that. So it's a pretty good game. I'm running the VSAT, the Lodestar, and the Swarm. I think I only got my Swarm once, but I got the Lodestar twice. I actually the match ended up before I had a chance to call in my second Swarm. So yeah, pretty happy with the gameplay, and that's as you can tell, it's on the right map, and it's probably one of my favorite maps. I know you've seen a lot of footage from this particular map, but what can you do? Well, it's the best map in the game. It's just so predictable, like the spawn system and the fact that there's a few routes to flank the enemies. So it's really good. Like, I was trying to hide here because I knew there was at the end of the rounds. I was just trying to hide here, and this guy came out of nowhere, nearly nearly got killed by him. But yeah, anyway, I survived and I got my V set. So yeah, it's you definitely have to give it a try with the toughness. If you haven't used the toughness on this gun, it makes such a big difference. Like that's by the way, another thing about this gun, that's my go-to gun for hardcore mode. So if I ever want to play a hardcore, I usually throw this class on and usually do pretty good with it. The only thing that I change for the hardcore mode, it's instead of the toughness, because you don't really need it that much. You kill guys with 2 bullets anyway, or sometimes 1 bullet on hardcore, so you don't really need the toughness that much. But instead of a toughness, I usually rock the engineer or tactical mask. Usually engineer though, because on the hardcore mode, because as you know, there's no minimap. The engineer give you this this advantage of knowing where the enemies are spawning, because you can just see their equipment through the walls and everything. So at least you have roughly idea where they're coming from. So if you never tried it, engineer, it's kind of a perk on hardcore mode that pretty much it's like a substitute to minimap, because you know, gives you, as I said, gives you an idea where they're coming from, where to go, and where to find the next enemies. I tried different setups with this gun. Like I tried putting 2 attachments. I tried the rapid fire with it, but rapid fire for some reason makes this gun weaker. So it's actually harder, at least for me, it's harder to drop people. Like they pretty much drop the same way as they do without the rapid fire on. So it's just a waste of attachments, and on top of that, you obviously run out of ammo faster. So I tried the grip on it, which doesn't seem to do much. Like toughness, it's definitely better than using a grip. I tried extended mags, but you don't really need them with this gun. The laser sight attachment, that's the attachment that you might consider using. But as I said before, because it's the one gun that has such a big advantage of having a big clip, it's the only gun that I get away with using only one attachment on it. So I definitely recommend it to you guys. And there you go, the game is finished now. The final score is 52-2, and thank you guys for watching, and see you on my next video.